Hey there, this is Teacher Ola Podcast, episode 319, Keeping the Peace at Christmas, Polite Phrases for Tough Moments. You read English, you understand English, you've been learning for years, but when it's time to speak, your mind just freezes and the words don't come out. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. My name's Ola and this is Teacher Ola Podcast. I'm here to help you finally speak out loud words. This isn't about perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary. This is about your voice, your words, your real English. Welcome to today's episode. Christmas can be wonderful, but it often comes with situations that test our patience and communication skills. Maybe someone makes a sharp comment, asks something too personal, or keeps complaining when you're trying to enjoy the evening. Today, I'll walk you through 5 common Christmas moments like these and show you how to respond in a way that is polite, calm, and firm at the same time. Everything in this episode is practical, natural, and easy to use right away. After that, we'll move on to the speaking practice. You'll hear a set of sentences and repeat them out loud with me. It's a simple form of practice, but very effective. So if it's your first time here, don't worry, stay till the end. Stay till this practical part. You need to get used to speaking English. You need to hear your own voice and you need to start using these phrases automatically, but it won't happen if you don't practice here with me. So these aren't the typical just ignore it or smile and move on suggestions when it comes to those Christmas conversations. No. These are communication tools based on psychology, negotiation techniques, and emotionally intelligent language. And everything I'm giving you today is meant to help you keep the peace without sacrificing your boundaries. Let's start with the first situation, when someone makes a rude or hurtful comment. It's that classic moment, when someone says something sharp about your appearance, your hair, your height, your complexion, I don't know, it can be about anything. Despite your looks, maybe about your relationship, your job, your choices, anything that goes directly under your skin. And what usually happens is we either freeze or we defend ourselves, or we try to pretend it didn't hurt. But there is a more stable and confident option, and it comes from a technique used in conflict de-escalation. Name it, neutralize it, and move on. So you could say something like, that was a sharp comment. I'd like to keep today peaceful, so let's go back to something lighter. That's it. That was a sharp comment. I'd like to keep today peaceful. So let's get back to something lighter. It's honest, it's clear, and it stops the conversation without creating a fight. Another option is to reflect the intention back to them in a calm way. Look at this. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but I'm choosing not to take it personally. Let me say it again. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but I'm choosing not to take it personally. So you're not accusing them, you're not escalating, you're simply stepping out of the emotional trap. Very, very smart move. Or you can set a boundary by pointing to a value. The value of today's meeting, the value of this holiday. Let's stay respectful today. It matters to me. Let's stay respectful today. It matters to me. It's warm and it at the same time draws a line, a very clear line. The idea is to protect yourself without punishing the other person and without humiliating them. The second situation is when someone asks intrusive questions. We all love them, don't we? It's irony, of course. Christmas seems to be like Olympics of inappropriate curiosity, suddenly everyone feels authorized to ask about your relationship, your career, your salary, your plans for children, your house, your weight, your life goals. And again, answering directly is not always the best choice because it forces you into an emotionally loaded conversation you didn't choose. A more elegant technique is what I call the soft mist response. You acknowledge, you gently block, and you move the conversation somewhere safer. For example, oh, that's a big question. I'm keeping those things private. But tell me, how was your trip? It's smooth, it's friendly, and the other person doesn't feel slapped. Let me say it again. Oh, that's a big question. I'm keeping those things private. But tell me, how was your trip? Another option is a soft boundary. Listen to this. I keep that part of my life just for myself, but I'd love to know how you're doing these days. I keep that part of my life just for myself, but I'd love to know how you're doing these days. And there's also the warm humor shield, which is perfect if you don't want to get too serious. And I think this answer is really brilliant. Listen to this. That answer is under construction. I'll let you know when it's ready. So you keep it fun, light. Of course, your intonation matters. The tone of your voice is key here. But I think this answer is really fun. The answer is under construction. I'll let you know when it's ready. The goal here is not to shut the person down, but to steer the conversation away from your privacy while still keeping the connection, right? And the third situation is, the worst in my opinion, but so common. It's passive-aggressive behavior. Christmas is full of those tiny comments that carry a very clear message, but hide behind a tone of politeness, fake politeness. Things like, wow, you finally decided to show up. Oh, must be nice to have so much free time. Or I guess we're not important enough for you. Or even, I wouldn't have chosen that dress, but it's okay, it's fine. Yeah, so these aren't direct attacks, but you feel the pressure behind them. And the trick here is not to fight the words, but to address the emotion underneath. When you notice the feeling behind the comment, the tension dissolves. For instance, it sounds like you wanted me here earlier. If the comment is about you being late. It sounds like you wanted me here earlier. I get that. I'm glad I'm here now. It sounds like you wanted me here earlier. I get that. I'm glad I'm here now. Suddenly, the person has nothing to push against. Nothing. Or you can use a boundary with warmth. Listen to this. I hear some tension here. Let's not go in that direction today. What can I help with? I hear some tension here. Let's not go into that direction today. What can I help with? And you maintain this relationship and it's direct. Or if you prefer keeping it very simple, you can say this. I'm choosing not to read too much into that. Let's move on. I think it's most important here is to say it quite fast. I'm choosing not to read too much into that. Let's move on. Focus on this last part. Let's move on. And it shows you're in control. You're in emotional control without denying your dignity. And the fourth situation is when someone complains nonstop. For some people, Christmas is basically one long monologue about everything that's wrong. But it's so typical for us Polish, right? Wrong food, the weather, the gifts, the traffic, too hot, no snow, the relatives, the state of the world, of course, politics and church. And when someone is stuck in that pattern, they're usually overwhelmed, they're anxious, and listen, they're tired. They are tired because complaining tires people. A good approach is the gentle interruption. You acknowledge their feeling. You always do that. You always acknowledge the feeling, but you don't feed the negativity. You might say, sounds like it's been a heavy day. What would help you relax a bit right now? Sounds like it's been a heavy day. What would help you relax a bit right now? Maybe some tea, maybe another piece of cake. What would help you? Or if the conversation is heading into a topic you truly don't want to enter, you can use a topic changing strategy here and it fits perfectly. Something like, yes, that's quite heavy. You acknowledge the complaining, right? Yeah, that's quite heavy. For now, how's your holiday going? For now, let's just change the topic. For now, how's your holiday going? That's quite heavy. Politics, church, oh my goodness. For now, how's your holiday going? This shifts the emotional atmosphere without making them feel judged or silenced. It's quite the opposite. They're not silenced at all. You give them more voice, but you just push them into another direction. The message you're sending is, I hear you, but I'm not joining this spiral. And finally, the fifth situation is when you need a break from people. Christmas gatherings can be overstimulating. I believe they're always overstimulating. The noise, the conversations, all this food and the expectations and the emotions and all these intrusive questions, all this passive-aggressive comment. Sometimes you simply need to step outside, breathe, and come back with a functioning human being. What you want here is honest self-reference, not excuses. So you don't invent reasons to leave. I will, prepare more food or whatever. Just say the truth. State it clearly. You can say, I need a quick breather. Just a few minutes, I'll be right back. Or, give me 2 minutes, I just need to clear my head. You are not blaming the group. You are not withdrawing dramatically like some queen or king. You're just taking care of yourself. And that's the heart of this whole episode. You're not trying to win arguments. You're not trying to dominate the conversation. You're not trying to change anybody. You're simply choosing the tone you want for Christmas and using language that protects your peace without wounding anyone else. And these tools let you stay kind, let you stay steady, and keep the atmosphere warm, even when someone else is struggling with their own stress and frustration. And now we're going to switch into the active part of this episode, the part where you're not just listening, you actually speak. And in a moment, I'll read several sentences from today's lesson, and your job is to repeat them out loud. Don't whisper, don't just say them in your head. Speak them with your real voice. This kind of practice wakes up your speaking muscles, builds confidence, and helps your brain store entire phrases, not just single words. This is amazing practice, and I'm so glad you're doing it. But remember, it's only one type of practice. Repeating after me is powerful. It is effective. It helps you hear yourself in English, but it's still only you and me here. And at some point, every learner reaches the moment when they need real conversations, real people, real reactions, real situations. And that's when progress becomes natural. It's when you stop translating and when speaking starts to feel like simply being yourself in another language. That's exactly why I run small conversation groups. The whole idea behind them is very simple. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, for New Year, for January, New Year's resolution, to practice English somewhere out there, you join a space where speaking is the whole point. I match you by level, I give you specific tasks to complete, and I guide you through the process so you always know what to do. You're not thrown into chaos, you're supported, challenged, and you are heard. You never practice alone. I want you to experience what happens when daily speaking becomes normal. When you hear your own voice in English every day, when you answer real questions, when you react to other people, when you build the habit of speaking without fear. That's the environment where your English stops being a project and starts being a skill you actually use, starts being your tool. So let's begin the speaking part of today's episode. Just to let you know, if you want to join those small groups, they start next week. Go to teacherola.com/grupy. teacherola.com/grupy. Yeah, so now, speaking practice, I'll say each sentence clearly, you take a breath and then repeat it with confidence. Let's practice together out loud. I keep that part of my life just for myself. I keep that part of my life just for myself. But I'd love to know how you're doing these days. But I'd love to know how you're doing these days. That answer is under construction. That answer is under construction. I'll let you know when it's ready. I'll let you know when it's ready. It sounds like you wanted me here earlier. It sounds like you wanted me here earlier. I hear some tension here. I hear some tension here. Let's not go into that direction today. Let's not go into that direction today. What can I help with? What can I help with? Sounds like it's been a heavy day. Sounds like it's been a heavy day. What would help you relax a bit right now? What would help you relax a bit right now? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. That's all from me now. Don't forget to head to teacherola.com/319 and grab your free worksheet. It'll help you repeat the key phrases from this lesson. teacherola.com/319. Join my voice loop program. New groups are being formed. Go to teacherola.com/grupy and sign up. teacherola.com/grupy. teacherola.com/grupy. Thank you so much for listening. Stay fearless, take care, and say it out loud. I'm your teacher, Teacher Ola, and you're listening to Teacher Ola Podcast. Bye for now.